Well, hello. So I wanted to make a quick video just to kind of vent my feelings about the Squid Games. I'm going to keep it relatively short. Um, I'm not going to go really in depth, but I just recently saw the whole season or the whole series, Squid Games, and I gotta say, there's a lot of different. I have the impression that it was influenced by different series itself, like different young adult novels, such as like The Hunger Games, for example, with the whole aspect of you have a group of people and they have to fight to survive. But you know, not all of them can survive. And however, instead of having them from different districts, you have people who are very desperate, and that's kind of like a thing that makes me think. I do believe that there were harsh intentions, but I mean, of course, the people who were targeted the most for the games were people who are very desperate, people who are in great debt, people who need the money urgently for their families, people who, out of desperation, they don't have anything else to lose except their own lives. And they have everything to gain if they actually win the money. And that kind of predatory behavior does make me believe that the people responsible for the games are indeed the bad guys. Now, our protagonist, and I don't know how much of spoiler it is, but spoilers. The protagonist, he actually does end up winning the games, and although he is kind-hearted, as you can see, like in several different ways, including the people he helps, it also leads me to believe that he is not the good guy either. And I do find that about um, Asian films or Asian series. They tend to be very ambivalent with their characters. The bad guys are not all bad. They do believe they're doing something good and they have good motivations for doing the bad things, but it's not always the right thing. But also, the good guys are not always that good. They end up doing the right things, but not always for the right reasons at first. And it's not until their morale kind of catches up to them in which they go, okay, we do have to go on. But in our case of the protagonist, he really does go down this deep emotional rabbit hole where his demeanor changes, and of course, he does undergo a transformation somewhat. Because in the end, similar to how we read in the different stories, going back to the Hunger Games, Katniss, she does not forget about what happened during the Hunger Games, and she never forgets it, and she does end up with PTSD, to the point where at the end of the series, she kind of leaves everybody do what they want to do, like with the new regime and everything, just keep me away from all that, and she only wants a peaceful life. And so she still hangs on to the memories, the painful memories, but at least she's starting to heal herself and stays away from it. But in this case with our protagonist, he really does fixate on what happens, and he can't let go of the fact that they were treated like animals, like betting horses. And so in the end, he ends up, the way they leave it is that he wants to try to do something about it. But here's the thing, by looking back and going backwards, he is neglecting the other people that are dependent on him. By this, I mean that now that he has the money, he has been very much down emotionally, like he has been very much depressed. And you understand it because when he comes home and then, he receives he's the first person to know that somebody close to him dies while he's away. That is shocking, right? But the thing is, when he, by the time that he leaves the games, and this is where I'm getting at, it's not just him anymore. You know, it's him that he has to take care of himself. He has to look after his own daughter to get her back. he also has to look over the families of the people that he made friends with in the games. And by families, I do mean like his best friend's mother. The friend that he also made, she has a brother, a little brother, so he has to also look after him as well. And he also promises to kind of help out with their situation. And so by looking back, he kind of does do his part with the child, not his daughter, but with the other child. But at the same time, if he would just look forward and just concentrate on doing good with the resources that he now has, not only would he improve his own life, he would improve the life of his daughter, the life of the other child, the life of the other older lady. I mean, he would improve other people's lives. But he doesn't look past the fact of what happened in the games. And this is where I believe that if there was to be a season two, if there was to be a continuation, I have a feeling that by sticking in the game and by keeping himself in the games or going back to them, he would eventually become part of the game. Similar to how, like, I don't know what's his official title, but the games master. Kind of like his role. I do believe that our protagonist would, in a way, become him. And that would break his spirit, that would break his ideals, that would break the person that he is, that he had become. But because he can't look forward toward life, that's where I see that, in a way, he's neglecting other people. He's neglecting to do good to others and actually being the best that he can be for the benefit of society in general. So, I don't know. Did you see the Squid Games? What did you think? Did you like it? Well, anyway, I hope you're all well. And remember, be kind to those around you. You never know what they're going through. Well, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.